Forgiveness. It's one of those words you hear so many times, but what does it really mean? And how can it change your life? Well, this world is not perfect. We're not perfect. Others aren't perfect. We all make mistakes. And the fact is that in order to move forward in life, in order to grow, we need to be able to forgive. We need to be able to let go and move on in life. Because if we hold on to past mistakes, if we hold on to grudges, if we judge others based on maybe some mistake that they're not even aware of in the past, then it can only hurt us. It's like holding an inner poison inside ourselves because we think it's going to help us. But in fact, we're only playing the victim game in holding that grudge against others. So, in a world where we make mistakes, how do we forgive? How do we truly let go and move on and raise our vibration as opposed to holding on to these lower vibration, these negative emotions inside ourselves? Well, there's an ancient technique that's from Hawaii called the Ho'oponopono technique. And this technique allows you to easily and effectively release whatever has to be released and forgive those that need to be forgiven, including yourself. The first part of the Ho'oponopono technique is to admit responsibility. And that's by saying, I'm sorry. And it doesn't matter if it's another person at fault or yourself. It's just making sure you take responsibility 100% and saying you're sorry. So just like the water keeps flowing, we need to release that emotion. We need to forgive whatever, whoever, ourselves, and let that energy go back into the universe so that we can tap into more positivity, more happiness, more joy, more peace. The next part of the technique is to ask for forgiveness. Most of the time, we're not ready to forgive ourselves or others for what they did, whether it was intentional or unintentional. The thing is, the universe is always ready to forgive. It's waiting for us to be ready to let that go. So when we ask for forgiveness, we're inviting that healing energy, that healing part of the universe to heal us and to help us let that go. The third part of the technique is to express gratitude, to say thank you. Thank you for the universe. Thank you for others for forgiving you. Thank you for yourself for forgiving yourself and forgiving others. And this is a very important part to the technique. And the fourth part of the technique is to give love, is to be in that state of giving love. And just say, I love you. And tap into that feeling in your heart when you say it. I love you. Say to yourself, if you're forgiving yourself, say I love you to the person that you're forgiving. So there you have it, all four parts of the Ho'oponopono technique. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And these can be done in any order that feels best to you. What are some of the benefits that you'll get as a result of applying this technique in your life? Well, firstly, you'll be able to reduce your overall stress levels because you'll have released a lot of negative, dense, really heavy emotions in your body, which leads to better mental and physical health. You'll be able to have a more improved relationships with others, better relationship with yourself so you can be more at peace, more accepting of yourself. So when challenges and situations do come along, you're less likely to be triggered and you're more easily able to move on and allow that to flow by. This will lead to greater sense of peace, well-being, happiness, being more in control of your emotions. And all of these things combine to creating a life that is amazing, that allows you to tap into that infinite intelligence, that infinite abundance in your life. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the Ho'oponopono technique on my parents and my sister. And while I do it, I'm going to visualize each one as I do it and go over and over again until I feel a sense of peace and happiness and joy come up. And then I move on to the next person and I do the same. So I'm going to start with my father. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. You can hold on to that feeling of peace in your heart for as long as you wish. And maybe take the time to go within and stay in that stillness of love, of joy, of peace. It's a beautiful exercise, and the more you do it, the deeper you can go into it and release layers of deep-seated emotional things from the past and become more and more at peace with yourself, with others, and raise your vibration and your consciousness more and more so you can attract more joy, love, happiness in your life.